It's not too bad though.
Wow, that's
For a mini, it's not bad.
This one's in the middle. There you go. I am barely
I don't know.
finished. Hi,
Hi.
everyone. We are loving Flottante. This is Mark. This is Rebecca. Welcome back to our channel, and we want to thank you for subscribing to our
thank you.
channel. Really supportive. Really thank you. So today we are going to share you the secrets of RV living.
Yeah. Didn't probably know there were any, did you?
Yeah.
So we want to show you that there are some pros to living in an RV. Some people think it maybe, other than traveling, it's a deficit, but there really are some good things. So we have top 10 things that we've found, secrets that we found in living in an RV. Are you ready for number one?
Number one.
Number one,
So-
there's less to worry about. Can you believe that?
Yeah, and then no yard to maintain.
There's really less to worry about when you think about it. You don't have as many things. You don't have as much stuff to worry about. You don't have things that you have to maintain all the time. You don't have to cut the grass. You don't have to paint the house. Yeah, you have service on the RV, certainly, but in general you have less stuff, which is a freeing experience.
Yeah, and see the lawn you have to mow in
All the time.
In a huge house. We used to have a house in Indiana. It's 2 acre, almost 2 acre
Yeah,
land.
1 acre. Yeah.
1 acre land. So he has to mow the lawn every once in a while. And here now we live in RV. We have a teeny tiny lawn over there, but only take like what, half an hour for you to mow? Less than that, maybe.
Oh, my teeny tiny lawn?
Yeah,
Yeah,
here.
15 minutes maybe.
Yeah, do you enjoy
It needs it right now. No, I don't enjoy it.
So you don't enjoy the mow the lawn, right?
No.
So RV living is perfect for that. Less to maintain.
Right.
Now goes to our number 2.
Number 2.
What's the number 2?
Well, you find out you don't need to buy as much
So
stuff.
every time I go to TJ Maxx, Home Goods, I say, "Oh, this is
That's so
pretty.
nice. Isn't it cute?"
Yeah, we can put it in our house."
Yeah.
And then after living in the RV, because when you have a big house, you have to decorate every room, right? So
Yeah.
because a
all
lot
the
of space.
curtains, all
Yeah.
the decorations.
Yeah, the corner
and it's
one is
fun,
something. Yeah.
but then you have to dust it.
Yeah, and then organize it, right?
You buy little knickknacks and you get 100 of them, and then you buy a case for the knicknacks. And then all of a sudden
One
you
thing
realize
after another.
you got to dust this, you got to dust that, and then you got to worry about it.
Yeah. So after living in RV, every time we go to those places, and I look everything, I look things like, "Oh, this is so pretty. Maybe you can put our RV." No space for that.
Now I got to admit, I was the worst victim of materialism, because I had a big house
Yeah.
before we got married, and I had to downsize, and I didn't want to downsize. And so it took me a while to get used to the idea that having less is more. But it is true. She was a big help in just,
Get rid of everything.
no emotion. Why do you need that? You haven't used it in 10 years. I went from relocation to relocation, and they'd move all the boxes. And eventually I had a room with just boxes in it.
Oh, the storage.
And she's like, "What do you have all
One
that
house
stuff
from-
for?" I'm like, "Well, I don't moved it from the last house."
Yeah, so that's a good thing. So every time we go shopping, and then we say, "I want to buy this." No place for that, no space, and then that's really good.
And to be honest,
easy to persuade your
Once
wife.
you buy it, it's nice for a day, but then it's not that big of a happy time.
you kind of forget about that. Yeah,
And
why
we
you
found
buy
that
this.
you have more life when you have less stuff.
Yes, so
because
that's
you can do more experiences, you can be mobile.
and you can save the money for traveling.
Yeah.
That's a good thing we find. Okay, so let's move on to number 3.
Leads into number 3. When you have less stuff, you can travel more.
Yeah, and
Right.
when you live in an RV, it's make you more mobile, better than living in a house or living in an apartment, because you have to book the hotel, you have to book flight tickets. So after we live in an RV now, we just need to look for campgrounds.
Place to camp. I mean,
Yeah.
you taught me about travel in general. I had hardly ever taken a vacation before,
I'm a traveler.
and she
so-
loved to travel. And I always like, oh, that's a lot of money, spending money traveling.
No, it's not.
But
when you
to
live
be
in
honest,
RV,
when you look back at your life, all those experiences of traveling, seeing new people, seeing new places, those are the memories you cherish. And when you look back on your life, you realize those were the valuable things in your life.
because it's all in your memories.
You got to shift your ideas from material possessions, which everyone's trained us to do. The TV rams in our head every day, oh, we got to buy this, we got to buy that. But the reality is the life adventures are really what are special.
Yeah, so after we live in an RV, we travel with our RV all the time now. We hardly ever live in a hotel. So that brings
Up
the
number
secret.
4.
Number 4.
Yeah.
And number 4 is no
more
hotel
hotel bills. Can you imagine that? I mean, you can go to a hotel if you want,
Yeah.
but when you're in an RV, you don't need a hotel. You got
Yeah.
your hotel with you. It's
You
a
have
mobile.
everything in your house, in your home on wheels.
Yeah.
So it's so good that you don't have to worry about how much is the room cost per night and how many days we are going to leave.
And remember one of our last hotel experiences, which leads into number 5? We went to a hotel, real
A chain
excited about
hotel.
it. Morro Bay, I won't mention the hotel, but it was a chain hotel. I used to think they were so nice. And we were there a day or so, checked, reserved online. And
That
then
was before our RV living.
Yeah. And our staff said, oh, by the way, there's no pets allowed here. We see you have a dog here. And we're like, what?
And we look on their website online, and it says it's pet-friendly hotel. And when we got there, and then they told us, sorry, pets are not allowed.
You got to leave right now. And it was during holiday
What?
vacation, and
Yes,
we were
it's
so upset.
Christmas. Yeah, it's
So we ended up
Christmas,
leaving
New
and
Year.
going home.
Yeah, so that's another motivation for us to live in an RV is because we have a pet here.
Yeah.
This is Johnny
a
Wolfer.
big one.
Hi, Johnny. So
Johnny, you like traveling? Come here, Johnny.
Johnny is our family member, so we like
Yeah.
to take him travel with us everywhere.
Yeah.
So after living in RV living is really a good way to
Really good
travel
for
with
pets.
your pets. Yes. After that, we don't need to worry about finding a pet-friendly hotel or pet extra for pet. Normally, they cost like $7-10 per night.
Oh, yeah.
Right? It's quite pricey though.
And you can't find good hotels a lot of times with
Yeah.
pets, especially
And
if they're over like 15 pounds, 10
and then you have
pounds.
to worry about that when you go out, you leave your pets in the hotel room. Are they going to bark, or the housekeeper, will they like them or not? So it's a lot of to think about. So after we live in an RV, we take him everywhere with us.
Yeah.
So he's really good driving an RV right now. He's not panting anymore. So we highly recommend the RV is a good way to travel with your pets.
Yeah.
Right, Johnny?
I don't know about fish.
Fish is
Maybe not
easy.
fish.
Okay, so that brings our to next secret. Number 6. You can always leave it on your bed on the road.
Anywhere.
Yeah, anywhere,
Just got to
anytime.
find a place to stop.
Even we just park at the truck stop on the highway.
Yeah.
If we're gonna go somewhere further. Last time we went to like Utah,
Yeah.
Arizona, we have to make a stop because it's a long drive. So we just easily find, or even just pull over
Anytime you're tired.
and then cook food to eat on
Yeah.
the side of the road. So it's really convenient. And during the night, if we just want to make a quick stop to sleep and overnight, and we just pull in.
We
at the
we had
truck
one
stop.
one Thanksgiving, which Thanksgiving is always the worst for traffic. We were coming back on Highway 5, which is a highway to hell, I think, and there was just stopped traffic, and we were in nowhere's land. Coming back to the Bay Area, it wasn't moving. We were sitting there for an hour. I'm like, oh, I don't want to drive in this all night
Tired,
long.
Yeah.
So when we finally got up to the next rest stop, luckily we found a place at the rest
Yeah,
stop
rest stop.
to pull over, and
Just for the
we
night,
pulled a,
yeah.
I don't even know if we pulled the slide out then. We normally don't much,
No,
but
yeah.
we just basically were able to rest, and we decided, you know what, I'm going to wait till this peak traffic is over, get up at 4 in the morning, and I'll drive the rest of the way home when there's no traffic. So that's a big benefit when you can, you can rest anytime in your own bed, anywhere.
So you don't need to get off the highway and look for a place to stay.
Yeah.
That's really convenient.
Yeah.
Number 7, no more packing for suitcase. I remember the first time after we live in an RV and then we are going somewhere. We plan our first trip after RV living in an RV, and then we say, "Hey,
plan your trip.
yeah,
What do we pack?"
Yeah, what should I bring? What should I pack in my luggage? Oh no, we don't need to. We take our RV with us, so everything is in the RV, so we don't need to pack. So that's the first thing we need to get used to living in the RV.
All you have to do is get groceries.
Yeah, grocery,
and
food,
some food if you
Yeah,
want, unless you're going to eat out.
and then fill the water tank. That's it.
if you want,
Maybe
yeah.
not. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's so easy to travel now. We just the closest slides and then ready to go.
Yeah.
So no more packing. You don't need to worry about the weather. It's gonna change. It's gonna different. You don't need to worry.
You have all
that,
your stuff.
Yeah. You don't need to worry about. Is it going to be hot? Is it going to be cold? What if I don't have enough warm clothes, or what if I don't have my flip flop? So you don't need to worry about that after living in an RV. You bring everything with you on the road. Okay.
Number 8, we're photographers. We have a photography service called RVing Media, and
You can check out on our website here our work.
And one thing about outdoor photography is photographers pay a terrible price to get that epic shot. When it's golden hour, or daylight, and you're trying to get that shot, you may have to get up, 1 o'clock in the morning to get to the location for that epic view. But when you're in an RV, if you can get closer to that epic view by parking along, whatever comfortable area there is, you may just have to get out your doorstep and set up your camera, and boom, you're ready. So having a photography service, anyone who's an avid photographer, you can get those great shots in the mornings or the evenings right by your bed.
Yeah, because sometimes the hotel is still far away. You have to
yeah.
travel to the location where you want to shoot. So it's kind of the timing, the time consuming. You have to get up earlier. And I remember we went to a Valley of Fire. Yeah, we are camping right inside the park, the state park, and then we got up early. And then we just drive a little bit to the location where we can shoot the sunrise.
Right.
It's so nice. So we don't really need to get up really super early and then travel over there. So that's a nice thing about living in an RV. So you can get to as close as to the destination you want to, right?
And of course, the smaller your camper is, if you have a little Sprinter camper, like in our last video that we put out, you can really get close to location. You can park in a lot more beaches, a lot more mountain tops, deeper in the forest. If you even have 4-wheel drive, you can go even deeper. So those are really benefits when you have smaller RVs. Number 9.
I think you experience a lot. He experienced a lot of relocation, job to job.
Yeah, new jobs, good jobs, better promotions. And in my industry, I'm an acoustic engineer. There's only so many places you can work, so you tend to, when you get a new job, you have to move to that location. So I think I've reloaded maybe 10 times in my lifetime.
And you pack everything in the house with you,
You have to pack a lot of stress. They may pack it for you, but it's still a lot of stress. You got to buy a house, you got to sell a house, you got to put all your stuff in boxes, or they do it for you. Then you have to unbox. Things get damaged. It's a big problem. And of course, you still have some of those issues. But if you have less stuff and you live in an RV, you can pretty much pull up your camp pretty quickly and go to the next location. All you basically need is a place to park it.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
So it's perfect for relocation if you are like a traveling
nurse.
Yeah, travelers is really popular to live in an
It's really
RV.
big now
Very
for traveling
convenient.
nurses.
And we have lots of
journeymen. We have electricians and welders.
in the construction field.
Union workers that probably maybe a third of our base camp here, maybe, or a quarter at least, is that tradesmen that they're in our nice RVs, and they'll be here while they're on location. When they have a new job elsewhere, then they can just take it to their next location, and they're still basically home. Home is where you park it.
Really efficient, actually, right?
Yeah.
So less to pack, easy to go. That's good.
Yeah. So that brings us to number 10. Can you guess? You can actually save money being in an RV if you plan right. Yeah, if you're driving every day and you're driving a lot of miles, you're not going to save money. But if you can stay in one location 10 days in a row or a month at a time, and especially if you can find free locations to park, you're not spending any money on your living other than food. If you own your RV, you have very little expense and you can save a lot of money. Yeah, we're in a situation here where we pay monthly because our base camp is in Silicon Valley, which is a very expensive place. In fact, if you look at our other video, that's kind of how we ended up being full-timers. And we pay high rent for RV parks. It's about $1,000 depending on electricity and all that. But when we moved out of our apartment, that was $3,500 a month for 800 square feet, if you can imagine.
1 bedroom, 1 bathroom.
Yeah, so we saved a lot of money, and we have a much bigger patio here.
Open wide.
Johnny, when we let him outside the door at the apartment the first time, he goes out the patio and he's like,
that's all he can have.
That's it?
All walls in, right?
It was terrible, yeah. You felt like a caged animal, for sure. So if you can go to BLM land, or you have friends who have a lot that you can, there's a word for that. What's that word? It's like boondocking anyhow. But you can save a lot of money. And there's a lot of campsites that $300 or $500 a month you can stay at that campsite. So it's a big benefit if you can find places with low rent, save money, less stress, less to worry about.
So that's our 10 secrets revealed.
Well, wait a minute.
What?
We have a bonus.
What bonus?
Yeah.
Bonus of what?
The other secret that you don't probably realize is when you're camping, you meet some of the friendliest people at the campsites.
Right.
You know why?
Why?
Well, that's because they're just like you. I mean, they've got RVs, they travel around, they have less stress-free lives. They're not worried about their schedule every day and their next PowerPoint presentation. They're able to actually relax and enjoy their life. So you'll find that a lot of campers have common bonds, and you'll meet lots of real friendly people very quickly at those campsites.
After we live in an RV in this park, we met so many friends here, almost everybody here, and then people are just, care about each other. They watch your stuff.
They check on each other and watch each other's stuff, worry about your health.
So our point is, when you live in an RV, you get to travel more. You live in a different lifestyle, and then you get to meet more friendly people. That's the different mindset, I think, right? So people are more relaxing, more enjoying the life. So they are more willing to share the experience with you. So we met the one couple, they are farmers from San Joaquin
River area.
And the first
almond
day,
farmers.
The first day we put into the campsite, and where the Pismo Beach. And then they give us a bottle of wine they grow from their vineyard, or their sons, their kids. And they gave
almonds.
Or
as he would say, almonds.
Almonds. Just for me to gain weight.
You can see that video also.
And that's so nice. They give us a bottle of wine, white wine, and a bag of nuts.
We need to give you almonds so you gain some weight.
And the last time we went to Zion, we saw there's a parrot. Our neighbor has a parrot, and the parrot is so funny, so cute, and he likes to ride on
sat on the back of our motorcycle.
So you see lots of people, they just hang around, and even we just go to the fire pit in a common area, people just sit down and started to chat. So
they're not tied to their phones, or they actually have a social life.
So they just talk to people, actual people, not on the phone.
Actual people.
So this is what we miss nowadays, right? The more
in our
modern,
society.
More technology, but less communication. But then we need to start to communicate and then talk to
in person
more often, and realize that this is the real life you're living in, not here, in your palms. So that's our...
So if you like this video, give us a thumbs up. comment down below questions and concerns,
And
or
share to your friends who
Yeah.
wants to
have you
become
found a
RVers.
secret with your RV?
Yeah, if you find if your secret is different than ours,
Let us know.
let us
We'd love to
know.
hear.
Comment down below. Maybe we need to discover more secrets too.
Yeah.
That we haven't found yet, right?
Yeah.
So
And check out our latest release on Patreon.
Yeah, on Patreon we have new videos, and then the secret videos on Patreon too. We'll never make it to the public, to the YouTube. And also we will announce some big news of our next adventure on the Patreon
Where we're
too.
gonna go.
Yes, where we're gonna go. And once again, we want to thank you for subscribing to our channel and keep coming back to our channel. We thank you for your support.
Yes.
And we see you next time
On La
La
Vie
Vie
Flottante.
Flottante.
Bye. Number 6 thing is what, Johnny? You get to go with us everywhere, don't you? You get to travel, yeah? Is that a thumbs up? Thumbs up for traveling? And you get to bring your toys with you? You can take your dogs with you, or your cats with you, or your fish or your bird, depending on how you're set up. So you can always enjoy their company, huh? Yeah. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. See you next time on La Vie Flottante.